It started on a night that should have felt ordinary. A night I had lived 1,000 times before. Empty streets, cold neon lights, the soft hum of a city half asleep. Nothing unusual, nothing dangerous, nothing wrong. But sometimes the world doesn't break all at once. Sometimes it begins with something small, something you almost ignore. Something like a door. I wasn't looking for anything strange when I stepped into that old convenience store. I was just trying to escape the rain. The same store I always passed on my way home. The same flickering sign. The same cluttered shelves. The same bored cashier scrolling his phone. Everything normal. Everything familiar. Until it wasn't. Because that night, a door stood at the end of the back aisle. A black metal door I had never seen before. A door that didn't match the rest of the store. A door that looked deliberate, waiting. At first, I thought I was mistaken. Maybe they added a storage room? Maybe I just never noticed it? But the more I stared, the more wrong it felt. There was a pressure in the air around it, like the whole aisle was holding its breath. And for reasons I still don't understand, I walked toward it. My footsteps echoed strangely, as if the aisle had stretched farther than before. The lights above dimmed with every step, humming louder, trembling like they were afraid. My hand reached out, almost on its own, and when my fingers touched the cold metal surface, I felt something pulse beneath it. A heartbeat. Slow. Deep. Alive. That should have been the moment I turned back, left the store, forgot everything. But curiosity can be a cruel thing. The door opened before I even pulled it. A slow, trembling swing, as if it had been waiting for my touch. Darkness spilled out. Not pitch black, but something thick, something moving. And behind it, the faint outline of shelves, stretching into the dark far beyond where the store should end. I stepped inside. The moment I crossed the threshold, the noise of the world vanished. No rain, no cars, no humming lights. Only silence. Heavy, unnatural silence. The kind that presses against your bones. I turned back, expecting to see the familiar aisles behind me. But the door was gone. In its place stood endless shelves, stretching into a horizon that shouldn't exist. Shadows moved between them, not fast enough to see clearly, but just enough to know I wasn't alone. My heart pounded as I took my first steps deeper into the impossible store. The air smelled wrong, like cold metal, dust, and something faintly sweet. Every time I blinked, I felt the space shifting, as if the aisles rearranged when I wasn't looking. Then I heard it. A whisper. Soft. Very close. At first I thought it came from behind me, then from the side, then from everywhere at once. A single word. My name. I froze. No one else should know I was here. No one should even be able to see me in this darkness. Yet the whisper came again, stronger this time, dragging through the air like a breath of wind. Kier. My blood turned cold. I tried to back away, but the floor felt unstable, like the ground was shifting beneath my feet. I reached for my phone. No signal, of course. The screen flickered, glitched, and went dark. Something moved behind the shelves. Something tall. Something slow. Something watching. I couldn't see it directly, but its shadow stretched across the aisle, impossibly long, bending at angles no living thing should bend. I swallowed hard and forced myself forward. Maybe there was another door. Maybe some kind of exit. I just had to keep moving. But the further I walked, the more distorted everything became. One aisle looped into another. Shelves repeated themselves, objects appearing in places they shouldn't. A can I knocked over rolled all the way around the aisle and tapped my foot from behind. The lights above flickered in patterns, almost like blinking eyes. And then, I heard footsteps. Not mine, too heavy, too deliberate. They echoed slowly, approaching from somewhere deep within the store. Each step made the shelves tremble faintly, dust falling like ash. I ducked behind a stack of boxes, breathing as quietly as I could. The footsteps stopped. Silence. Then a sound, wet breathing, slow and deep, like an animal too big for its lungs. I dared to peek around the corner. A silhouette stood at the far end of the aisle, tall, thin, sharp. Its head tilted unnaturally, listening, searching. It took a step toward me. The darkness bent around its body, stretching like tar. It moved without sound, gliding more than walking, its limbs too long, its fingers dragging along the shelf edges, leaving scratches that smoked lightly in the air. I backed deeper into the shadow, heart pounding so loud I was sure it could hear. The creature paused. Its head snapped toward my hiding spot. I held my breath. When suddenly, a faint glow appeared behind me. A sign, hanging crookedly. Flickering weak light. Exit. I didn't think. I just ran. The aisles warped as I sprinted, twisting into spirals, stretching sideways, trying to trap me. The creature shrieked, a high metallic sound that stabbed through my skull. Its footsteps thundered behind me, gaining speed. Shelves crashed as it tore through them, relentless. The exit sign blinked violently, fading in and out like a dying star. I lunged toward it, the creature's claws slashing the air behind my back. My fingers brushed the sign, and everything went white. A burst of cold, a feeling of falling, a sound like cracking glass. When I opened my eyes, I was back in the real store. The aisles normal, the lights steady, the cashier still scrolling his phone. But the door, the black metal door, was still there, closed, silent, waiting. And as I stared at it, the lights above flickered, just once. As if something on the other side knew I had escaped and wasn't finished with me yet.